Okay, good evening, guys. So we see this data. We have two things. So we have an overview. This is, if you look at, we have this table. So we have this table. Can you hold on, please? We can start now. So yeah, so this data has it has list of companies, their industry, maybe like some description, the year it was, the companies were found, the number of employees, the state, the city, and the metro area. So with this, we can see that we have two tables. We have table number one, which says like detail of the companies in terms of like maybe their profile. So their employee profile, the year that it was found, a little description about the company, like what they do, like this first one, a little description, then the state, the city, and the metro area. Right, right. So the second file, that is the second table, has what? It has the company. It has the company, but what does it have? It has revenue, expenses, profit, growth. And it has for different years. So there's 2015. There's for 2015, there's for 2014, and there's 2013. Now, this is data that I want to give it to go and build. So ordinarily, if I look at this overview, I can, with this first one, I can do a lot of things with it. I can map out maybe the industry in terms of like maybe the different years, maybe like say bring together all the companies that are founded in a particular year, or maybe deal with the employees or things like that. Or that is not really what I want to deal with. What I want to deal with is the finance. Now, let's say a client comes to you, someone comes to you and tells you, let me see who's on the chat. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, let's say we come to Babajide and they tell you, Babajide, I want to invest in 5 companies and I have this information about this company. Which company should I invest in? Can you tell me how you go about it?
You look at the revenue of the company and the expenses vis-a-vis the profit, and compare all of these companies and see who is doing well. You just basically rate the company as they are doing well in terms of profit.
Okay, let's see. So we have revenue. What is the revenue?
That what they generate.
Generate in what sense?
What they in terms of sales. In terms of sales.
So revenue is basically your total earning for the year, not particularly profit, but plus expenses.
Yeah. Plus expenses.
So we are saying that your expense plus profit must give you your revenue. So definitely you're not really looking at revenue. So if you are looking at these things, what exactly would you be looking at to give this advice?
The profits.
Profit. Of course, you look at the profit. Then what else will you look at again?
Maybe lost.
We don't have loss on this.
But you can calculate it now.
Let's start with the basics. Let's look at this screen and tell me what you see.
The growth percentage per year.
The growth
percentage per year.
Okay, that's one thing to look at. But what else can you look at again?
The profits, the profit according to each year, profit margin.
Okay, you people are thinking too far. So you have mentioned, one person mentioned revenue. I said no, we look at revenue because revenue is expense plus profit. So the same person said profit. right? I said that's one thing to look at. The other person said growth rate. I said yes, that's one thing to look at. But no one is mentioning expense. Imagine.
Yes.
So imagine now, for example, you have a Volkswagen. You have a Volkswagen, right? You have a Volkswagen and using it for your business. And maybe the business you are doing is you sell food. Say for example, you sell food. So use your Volkswagen to do delivery, right? And then there's another person that has a Fiat, right? And he uses that Fiat also for food and he does delivery. Just by knowing these two cars, which one do you think you spend more money servicing? Or let me give an example. Let's say you're using a BMW and a Toyota Corolla. Which one will cost you more money to service?
The BMW will cost more money to service, to maintain.
So these are two businesses, but they have two different expenses, even if they're making the same profit.
Exactly.
So expense is one thing you want to look at. Right. So you look at the profit, you look at the expense, then you can now look at the growth. Because you can be pumping money into your company and not necessarily your company can be growing and not necessarily be making money.
In terms of if the expense is high, yeah.
You get. So these are the things let's play with this data. So there is also the further aspect, the further dimension that you can look at. You can look at how these expenses are changing over the years.
Yeah.
Right. So we can see that this revenue started. You see the first revenue, right, or the first profit was 439 or whatever. Here we can see the next profit is 2 million, and we can see the next profit is 9 million. Right. So we can also look at that, like in terms of year. But what I'll do now is not to complicate things. Maybe you guys can go and you can do that. Maybe we'll look at a particular year. So we'll look at 2015. So first, I'm just showing this data on Excel so that we see what we are looking at. Right? You know, I told you, I said we have two tables, this table 1 and this table 2. You know, you can also join the table. So if you are going to join this table, what key would you use to join the table?
Your name.
Most times I'll use, they have the same, they have name. Most times you use ID, right?
Oh, okay.
So you use the ID. So you use the ID for that would be that would be what you use to join. But of course, the name too would, don't get me wrong, the name too would join because they are the name is there. So let's load this data, right? Let's connect it. We'll do this together. So I'll wait for you guys. Let me know when you have. So have you guys connected? Are you here? Or I should just crack on?
Oh, for me, I'm still trying to upload the data to.
I'll give you guys like 5 minutes.
Are we to bring in the two tables now, or do we start just with list of companies?
No, not so. What I'm saying, okay, let's just play around it. Let's join the table. So I'll bring the finance. Sorry, I'll bring the overview. Right, and I'll bring the finance. Okay, what I can do is I can open this, right? So I'll open it. Let me go back. So I will drag the finance and drop it. Now I'll click on the drop down and I'll click open. Then I'll click on the overview and drop it. Now it has joined it automatically. You can, if you look at it, you see what it is. Use ID. Do you all understand this? This is, I mean, I like explained this in the last class.
Yes, you did.
So do we understand? Okay. So are we all here?
Yeah, come down.
You said?
I said I am there.
Okay.
I'm there too.
Okay. So I'll just click on sheet 1. So we can see we have ID. You see we have 2 IDs there.
Yes.
That's the ID from the other table and the one from.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what we can do now is this. We said we want where to play with this finance, and we said we're going to play with 2015.
Hmm.
So what I can do with this is I can plot the profit and expense. Right. So I take the profit, I put it on columns. I drop it. I take the expenses, I put it on column. I'm sorry, on row, I drop it. We'll have something like this because what does Tableu do? Tableu does aggregate.
So is that profit for 2013 or which year?
We are doing it with 2015.
Sorry?
2015.
Okay, thank you.
So with what we have here, what it did was aggregate. Let me show you, let me explain properly so you understand. So if I remove this, what has it done? It has given you addition, the total sum. So you can see sum of 2015 profits. That's what it's using up. If I click in this, if I click inside this, you can see the formula, sum of 2015. That's what it did. And that's what it has given you. It has given you a long bar to give you the total sum of all the profits in 2015. So if I bring in expenses, it has done the same thing. And then it has gone to asterisk where they both meet. Like when you plot y and x axis. So if you see a mirror is telling me expenses is 4 billion, profit is 4 billion. Now, if I want to see for individual company, what should I do? If I've taught it in this class before. So can anybody tell me? I'm trying to like make the class interactive so that you will understand what I'm doing and so that you will not say you don't understand what I'm teaching you. I've taught you scatter plot before now, haven't I?
You have.
Yes, you have.
So what are we supposed to do, please? Either you say you don't know or if you are quiet, I'll just continue working.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
So, okay. So what we'll do is we'll go to this analysis and we uncheck aggregate. Now it is checked. So it says aggregate measures. So if I uncheck it, what it will do is it will give me the individual company. It will plot it one by one. You know, what's that course that we used to do that time in school? Is it maybe mathematics when we are doing is it quadratic equation, or we are doing two, what do they call it? I've forgotten that thing that we used to do. We shall be plotting graph. So I think it's correct. And linear, when you are doing linear graph and all those things.
Linear quadratic graph, yeah.
So that's what it has done. It has gone to plot each one. So you say when expense is, so it has gone to, it will go to one company one. Let us say company A or company identity one. What is his expense? What is his profit? It will take the place where they meet, where they intersect. So it has done it for each company. So if you count the amount of this thing here, it's the total amount of company that we have. That's the amount of shapes you see.
I'm playing the table here.
So what can we do again? We can change the shape. And we can change the shape by playing with this. But you see, this is on automatic. I can just change it to, I can leave it on shape. I want it to be shape. Now I click on this shape here. What automatic does is it picks the best option for you from what you have plotted. Do you understand? Thank you.
Yeah.
So we come here to shape and we click on shape. If I say label, you see this label. If I put company, you see, I just want to show us something. If I put name or ID, let me put ID on label. You see, to give all of them name, number. So we see 1 to what? I can see 99. I saw 99, 934. So it's giving you the number of companies, the ID, their ID. That's what we have labeled, but I'll remove it. I'm just trying to explain that to you so that you understand in another way again. So we can see some expense. Some expenses are even minus something. Not the expense that is minus, so the profit rather. You can see the profit is minus. So that means losing. Right? It's losing money because it's below zero. So okay, so what I will do is I will change the shape. I don't like the shape, it's not fine. You can use this one. It's a lot finer. You can use the star. You can use the plus. Any of these. Or diamond too is not bad. Right. You can use any of those. Right.
Hello, Ayo. Please, what did you do when you clicked on analysis? My network went off at that time, please.
You uncheck aggregate measures.
Aggregate measures.
Uncheck it. So now we have this. Right.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring you back. I'm having issue about the sample being sent. From what I have, I'm only having sample Superstore. I don't know where you get the other one from.
Someone please send it to me. Well, it's on the chat too.
Okay, from the chat, I can only see the sample Superstore, which is what I've uploaded.
Okay, maybe you check later.
Someone please send it, but
it's
so
the sample data .excel.
List of companies.
Okay.
Yeah, list of companies not there.
Hello,
Maybe you
Ayo.
join
Please,
later.
this is Bode. How did you get the cluster in the first place?
I've shared it. You can pick it now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, can anyone hear me, please?
yeah, I can hear you. What do you say? I can hear you.
Please, at the point where you clicked on analysis to get the cluster, how you exactly do? Because my network went off at that time. Please.
I just unchecked aggregate measures. If I click on aggregate measure, can you see it just show 1 point? Come here and uncheck it. Have you done that? So now we are going to create a set. So let us say, for example, that I want to try to combine profits, expense, and I want to combine profit, expense, and growth rates. Because those three variables will determine the company that we want to invest in. So the three variables, you have to combine them. So the way to combine them is first, you have to combine profit and expense. You have to create a set to combine them. So let me see. If I click on ID, this drop down here, create a set from ID. You can only create a set from a dimension, not from, you can't create from a measure. So I'll click on it. I can give it a condition. So I'll say you should use all. I can give a condition. I can give a formula, the condition. But before we go here at all, before we create the set, we want to create a kind of dashboard that we can interact with. So let us assume that now my company has come to me and said they have they want to invest in a company and they're looking for a company that their profit is above 8 million and their expense is below 3 million. That I should give them the list of companies that are like that. Right? So what I'll be doing is I have to create like a parameter that I can use to adjust it in real time. Maybe they are now looking like, okay, they want to change their mind that they want the expense that is 4 million. You don't want to have to go back into the stuff to change it. So we have to use parameter. And that's where we use parameter. And that's what I was teaching you the last time about parameter. Parameter makes your work dynamic rather than static. So to create parameter now, what you do is you click on this drop down and click on parameter. Now for this parameter, we'll call it expense meter. Range. So we can see from here that the maximum is about 11 million.
1 million.
For expense. Right. So we can see it's about 11 million. So we can just put 11 million there. 1, 2, 3. The step, if you put 1 there, it will be too close. Like what I say is that when time you move the parameter, it moves by 1. You don't want to do that. That's true. So we can put something like 500,000.
500,000.
Right. Do we understand what I just did here? Yeah, you can make this one 0 if you want. Because you can see expense, 0. Nobody's on 0 before 0. So we say okay. So I'll leave this one for a while. Just for us to. So I'll say okay. Now I'll create another parameter. We'll call that parameter profit meter. Integer. I'll give it a range. Now the minimum here, you can see that the minimum here is the lowest minus 4 million. The maximum is over 14 million, so I can put 15 million there. And keep that one and say maybe 550.
Yeah, 500,000.
Yeah, 500,000.
Why is the minimum minus 4?
Because from our visualization, we can see that profit.
Okay.
You can see is but this is million.
Okay.
Are you understanding this?
Yes, making sense.
So that means the minimum and the maximum are the minimum and the maximum values on the table, on the graph.
No. The minimum, yeah, because you are setting a parameter. The parameter is something that can use to you can use to engage your visualization. So you don't want your parameter to fall. You want it to cover your visualization, if you get what I mean.
And that's what I'm saying. So what I understand is the minimum value on the graph and the maximum value is what we are using.
No. We are not using the minimum and maximum value. The minimum value, the maximum value. Okay. Have you done this?
That's where I am now.
Where have you imputed all these things?
Not yet.
Well, okay. Wherever we stop, we stop.
I want to understand it. That was what
And
I'm
you
trying.
understand it, impute it, you understand, I explain it to you.
Okay.
Why is body angry on the people? Body, why are you angry? Are you done? Are you done copying it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll say, okay, so I'll explain it to you now. You see, this if I put this is the lowest profit. That is this lowest profit. You can see minus 3 million.
Okay.
That's what is on the graph. But I've set the parameter in a way that it doesn't fall below 3 million. It can be more, but it doesn't fall below that value. So that the parameter can cover the data. Do you understand what I mean now?
Yes.
So it's not necessary. The minimum value is 3.56 million. But we have put minus 4 million.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. So what we'll do is we'll say show parameter. We'll click on this parameter and we'll right click on it or click on the drop or this we click on this drop down. Right click or click on drop down. You say show parameter. You right click on this one, you say show parameter. It has show parameter, these two parameters.
For both parameters.
Yeah, both parameters. So we can change the way the parameter, so you can have a typing or have a slider. If you put a typing, or you just need to type in the value. If you put a typing, or you just need to do what type in the value. So there's slider and typing. So you just type in the value. I'll just leave it at typing. Now, this parameter, no matter what you type in, it does not affect this because you have not tied it to this. So the question is, how do we tie the parameter to this? So we can tie the parameter to this by using the set. So I will show you how to do that now. So first, I said if you want to create a set, we click the drop down. So when you want to create a set, you always create a set with the dimension. And the dimension has to be the unique key. If you go and, it's always good to use the ID of something to do dimension rather than using other things because you can mess up this stuff. You can mess up this stuff. So I use this. So I'll right click on it and I'll say create set. Right click, go to create, and you see set. You click on it, set. I will now go to condition. Condition. I will now say by formula. I'll say by formula. So it's going to be now. It's going to be like it's going to be now. What do I say? It's going to be like sum. So I'll write it so you write. So I'll say sum of expense. Sum of expense. So I say 2000 and so is it so expense, let's say expense, sum of expense. So you see, we are using expense of 2015. So sum of expense 2015. Now it's going to be what? Greater than. But because the expense that we're using, what we want from the expense is the lower the expense. So we say less than. Or if you want to less than or equal to. So but you can use less than. So less than or equal to the parameter. So we now say less than or equal to this parameter, expense parameter. If I say okay. So I'll leave this. So what I'm saying is this. Anytime I move the parameter, let the parameter give me a value. Let this parameter give me a value that falls within a range that is less than or equal to, that parameter. Let that sum give me that value. That's what we want to, that's what we are creating. That's the set we are creating. So we are saying that anything that, if we move the parameter now, if we move this parameter, if we move this expense parameter, if we do anything to it, it will pick the ones that are less than that value. So it's just like saying that I want to go to a class and I want to pick the people that.
Is that sign less than or greater than?
The sign is greater than already.
Greater than, sorry, so it's less than, sorry. I got it at first, so I made a mistake. So less than is the left hand, I mean. and greater
Yes,
than the right hand.
it's the right hand. Yes.
So yeah, so less than equal to. So do you understand what I'm trying to explain?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you go, like say for example, if you go to a class and you want to, maybe you are teaching a subject, maybe like mathematics now, and you marked their scripts and some students scored, so you can ask them, anybody that scored less than 50 should stand up. So wherever you mark your parameter, the people will identify themselves by standing up. So you can say that in this case, you want anything that is less than or equal to this parameter should be in red color. So you can allow you stand out. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So let us say okay. You see, to form that set, you can see the set here now. But I should have given it a undo. But I should have given the set a name. So I will edit it and I'll give it a name. And I will say expense. I'll say expense target. Right. So I'll create another set. But this time around, it was profit target. And I'll go to condition and I'll go to formula. It's going to be sum. Here is sum of profit 2015. Don't forget. This time around, greater than or equal to the profit parameter. And I will say, okay, but I will still leave it like this. Bro. Okay, so I'll say okay now. Well,
Sorry.
Yeah.
2015
Profit greater than or equal to profit meter.
Profit.
So I'll say okay. Now I have these two. These two. Right. But I can still go ahead to combine the two together. That I want them to work hand in hand. I don't want to do it separately. I want them to work hand in hand so I can combine them. So that every time I move them, they move together. So I can combine them. And how do I combine them? I'll say what? Create combine set. So I'll right click on any one of them. I'll right click on anyone and say what? Create combine set. So I'll say create combine sets. Now, there are different ways to combine sets. You can combine all members. You can combine a member that they share both sets. So let us say what it means to combine all members is that everything that falls in the range of the original set that was created would show. But if you say shared member, that means that whatever, if you pick let us say let's say you pick two subjects, mathematics and English. You say if you score A in mathematics and score A in English, stand up. That means there is a shared, that is shared for both, right? So if you scored A in mathematics and you scored B, that be A in English, stand up. But if I've set the set that okay, that everybody that scored C and above in mathematics should stand up. And I now say everybody that scored A in English should stand up too, with everybody that scored C in mathematics stand up. You see that that one is calling everybody. But the set, that one is going to call everybody. So basically, it calls everybody that falls within that range. Right. So we are trying to look for, so about understanding this. So we can see in some of it, so we can see all member sets, shared member sets, expense targets, exempt shared. So we can see it's only picking that this one. But for this particular one, we are going to deal with the one that they share both, because we are looking for something that falls within the range of the buyer, that be the person, our client. The set we are going to create, we have created expense targets. The next one is going to be profit target. And then we will say what? Okay. So we can call this one. We can call this one company. No, investment. Hey, Bami.
Potential investment.
So we call it investment target. So Bami, you wanted to say something? You raise your hand.
So you can go on. You can go on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it says a mistake.
Okay. So we say investment target, and I will say okay. So can I go on to click OK?
Yes. Yes.
So if I click OK now, we can see OK now. So we have done this one. This is investment target. Then this investment target that we want to bring into this. Like it's investment target that I want to bring into this. That would. So it's the investment target I want to bring into this map. So what we just do is bring this investment and put it on filter. So let me use what am I doing? So sorry. So all you need to do is bring the invested targets to the in and out. So if you drag it here, you will see what you see in and out. Show in and out. You see what like this in and out here. That's hold on. Just hold on. So wait. Undo. So investment targets column. Okay. So let me say the expense targets we are doing. So to make this thing make sense, right? We want to deal with investment. The investment, we have to reverse this. The investment is going up. We don't want it to go up, we want it to come down. So we'll reverse the investment. So all I'll just do is I'll right click on this, I will edit the axis, and I'll tell it to reverse the scale. So it has reversed it. So we can see that expense is going up to 0 rather than coming down. Do you understand what I've done now? So I've taken it up. So it's 0. So the higher it goes, that's what we want. And profit is coming in this direction. So we want our stock to be moving all the way like this, up like this. That's number one.
But I don't get that explanation.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this. So now, expense was like this before. So it was not reversed before. So if you work like this, that means that you don't want to deal with company that their expense is very high. You want to deal with company that their expense is low, right?
Low, yes.
Now, if you do it in this manner, you will not be able to map it out properly, because it's like it's coming this that it's going to be down. So I want it to be up so that it's very visible. You see it up, it's not coming down. So the most expensive will be down, and the cheapest will be up. So everything is going in the upward direction. Profit is increasing towards the right. Then you want expense to go down towards the right, like towards the right. I don't know if you just let's do it, then you'll see it when you see the outcome and you see what I'm talking about. So I'll just click the reverse. and then I'll close it. So we see that it's going up. Now the expense meter, let us say the expense, we want it to be 4 million. Like I said, you can type it into it. So the expense is 4 million, and the profits, we say 8 million, or let me say 10 million. So this is profit. So this is our investment target. So we can see when I drag the investment target, when I drag it on shapes, it will change this shape. Then I can still go and change, I can go and meddle with the shape and tell it in. So I will go, sorry that I jumped. So what I did was I dragged investment target, I put it on shapes. So it has gone to change the shape. You will see it will bring out something, say in and out. In and out.
Yeah.
So we are saying in. The in is the one that falls within the target, the investment target. The out is the ones that fall out of the investment target. So what we'll do now is this: we'll go to shapes just to make it nice. We change it to fill, and we'll say in. The one that is in should be, let us say, this star, and the one that is out should, let's say, box, and we say okay, apply. So we can see.
How did you get the shapes again? Sorry.
You just click on shape, and then you can use any shape here. You can click on fill, and then just you click on this one, then you pick the shape you want to use. Click on this one, you pick the shape you want to use. I can decide not to even use fill. For that one, I can use the open one and apply it. You can see, but I don't like it's not fine. But I can use this if I want. Let me apply. Let's see how it looks. I don't think I like it either. But it's not so bad. But what I'm saying, what's happening here is telling you that all these ones that are here are the ones that fall within this investment. But of course, I will just change this shape. So I know, so this is the one that fall, these are the ones that fall in that range. Right. So you see that anytime I change this, if I change this one from 4 million, so what I can do is this. Now, to make it even more interactive, right, I can draw a line. So what I can do is I can go to analytics. You click on this drop down. No, sorry. You click on analytics. You now ask it to what? Reference line. You say draw reference line. You click on the reference line. You say draw reference line. You say you draw table for profit or expense. So all you do is you click and drag. You drop it for the table. You now drop it on expense. Now for expense, you go in and you say value. For expense, value, expense parameter. Right? You can change the color. You can do so many things to it. You can do so many things to it. You can see that you can pick. You can see that in this place, you can pick even you can pick the, what do they call it? You can pick the average. You can pick so many things. Like let's say, for example, now is the number. I can say, okay, average. I can say minimum, maximum, median, so many things. But because we are using parameter, I'll just say expense parameter. Since I'm dealing with expense, I'll say expense parameter and I'll say, okay, what? Okay. So now we see the expense parameter. This is the parameter for my expense. Now I can draw the parameter for profit too. So for profit, I pick parameter, profit parameter. I say, okay. So you see that everything that we have picked, that it has picked, fall in the range of the profit and expense parameter. We said less than expense parameter, greater than profit parameter. So everything that falls within that is less than or greater than. You can see that this one is greater than the profit parameter that we set, but it doesn't fall within the expense parameter. That is why it is out. You can see that all this expense here, all this company here, all this company in this place, in this area, they fall on this expense parameter, they fall on this range of this expense parameter, but they have decided not to show up in this place because of that reason. So likewise, we can come and add growth into this. The growth. And how do we add growth into this? By using color. If I carry growth from here and I put it on color, let me see what happens. So that's not how I will do it. So what will happen is, I think I will also create a set for growth. So let's go and create a set for growth. Let's go and create a set for growth. Let's see. I think I also have to create a parameter for growth. So we have to create a parameter for growth. So I'll click on this, create the parameter for growth. Right. I will know growth is 100%, I think, right? Are we understanding what I'm doing? So growth, they even have more than 100%. So of course, okay, so I know what I'm doing. So what we'll do is now, so we have for growth now, say growth parameter. We say growth meter, right? Integer still, range, minimum, no maximum, step. Let me just say 10. And let me say okay. Right. And let me just try this and I say show meter. So it's just a typing, right? Then let me create a set. Condition, formula, sum of growth 2015, right? Less than or greater than, no, greater than, right? Greater than or equal to growth meter. And I say okay. Now growth meter, let us say we put 200. Right, 200. I'll just edit this one quickly. So yeah, so 200. And then I want to see, this should be, let me edit this, name growth target. Okay, so we have the growth target. Let me put it on color. So it's saying that all the things here fall under that growth target. So let me see. Oh. Let's show in and out. Just hold on. Trying to see what's going on. So what is happening is I don't think anyone falls. So what's happening is I don't think anyone falls within the. So what's happening is this. There is no one that is in. Everything is out. So, hmm. So maybe what I should have done was I should have plotted probably expense with growth and then bring in. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Guys, yeah? You don't understand what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, so what's happening is this, so that you guys will understand. Now, I'm trying to bring in a growth into this mix. Now, if I brought in the growth, let us assume that I have a growth. Let's assume that the growth rate. I'm looking for a company that falls within this range and the growth rate is also high. So I brought in growth into the mix, like the growth into the color. But of course, I don't want it to be like this. I want it to give me the color in and out, not their growth, not this pattern of pattern. So I'm specific about the growth rate. So that's why I did a set for the growth. Now I'm now going to bring this growth set, the growth target, I put it on color. But now what I'm seeing here is this. The growth target I put here, it does not even meet the criteria for these guys. So it's telling me that for the growth target, it's out. So I'm trying to see. Wait, let me go back to the formula that I used. Let me use less than. I don't know. So, hmm, um, let me not use growth. Let me not use growth for this thing. It's not working. So let me remove growth just for the sake of this class, and so that I can try to explain you something that works. So because I need to like go and really check it again and see. So I'll use revenue. So I'll just call it revenue meter. Just to explain stuff, just to explain it so you get what I'm trying to do. So let's say revenue meter, right? I don't know. Let me see how much is the. So I'll just put step size for revenue. I won't put a particular step size. Let me just put 500. That's 5 million. This 500, I won't put a maximum. And I would create a set again. But this time it's going to be revenue set. I'll be sorry, revenue target. Of course, whatever I should be doing, I should be using growth rate, not this. So let me use formula and let's say sum of the revenue. That's 1,050 revenue, right? Greater than revenue parameter. You say okay, and let us say we put this at 12 million. Just see. So that's the revenue target, put it on color. So you see what has happened here. Can we see what has happened here? So that you can see properly, let me change the color, right? So the outs, I'll make the outs, the ones that fall out red, apply. So what he's saying, what he's saying is this, in this thing is this. We have created the parameter for what the investor wants. He's saying that, the investor is saying that I want a company, I want the list of companies that fall, that their yearly expense fall below or equal to 4 million. But their annual profit is 10 million, is above 10 million. But their total revenue is above 12 million. So it has gone to bring out those companies. I said the ones that are out. So we can even see that even in the company that falls within the range, this one now, it doesn't meet the target for the revenue. It doesn't meet the target for the sale. We can see it's out, it's out, it's out, it's out. So if you are going to count the list of companies that is going to be this one, this one, this one, these ones that are here. If I adjust this, if I increase this to 5 million, you see how this thing will change. It changed according to what I adjust. So you can see it has adjusted, it has changed. If I reduce one to 7 million, you can see changes. If I increase this one to 25 million, okay, everything, so it affects everything. So if I say 15 million, it was 15 million, so you can see it's only picking these two. I'll be this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just picking these 6. There's a lot of things going on in the chat. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so I don't know if you get what I'm trying to explain. Or have I confused you guys? Huh? No one is saying anything.
Maybe if we practice it more, we'll get it clear.
We are trying to reason it.
I have a little bit of knowledge or understanding of what you meant, but it seems as if everything is happening at the same time.
Okay, so I'll just show us something quickly. So this now we can put in the dashboard. But so this is where my This is where my test is going to, this is where the tax is going to come into play. Or you need me to teach you how to do the growth. Because from this, you should be able to get the growth too. To bring the growth into the mix.
It will be nice if you show us.
Nice if I show you.
Like you
But
said,
I've done this one already, right? So you should be able to do that. It's the same concept.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same concept, basically. So if you get the list of companies that you want to use, you can now create a sheet. Let us say, for example, let's just say, so let's say, for example, I've given you an assignment. I said, okay, the revenue meter that I want is 12, say for example, and I want this one to be B, and I want this one to be 10. So or 10 is 2. Let me say like 11. So now you have this company that fall within that list. Yeah, I'm not telling you that, okay, because you can see the out for this one and the in for this one. So you're saying that the ones that are in and sorry, are saying that, okay, these are the list of companies that you want to do. So what are the things that are going to do for that person? You have to give them the profile of these companies. So you can now go and pull off the profile of this company from this place and do the profile of this company. Do like a profile like what we have been doing before. So do the profile of those companies that are there. These ones. So what you can do too is you can put the name in the detail. And you can edit this. Let me see the tooltip. So you don't, since the color is already there, you don't need to be doing the in and out. The name of the company, the expense. Yeah, you want to have the expense. The expense meter, you don't need that here. You don't need this here also. Let's even see what this looks like first. So this is the name of the company, and this is the expense of the company. Now probably you want to just change. Let me change that from here. So number formats, currency, custom. Because you are doing million, I'll just put million there. I'll do the same thing for profit here. And I'll do the same thing for, have I done for revenue? Or is it expense? I think I've done for expense. So all I'm just doing is I'm just setting it from the default here, the currency. Okay. I've done for this one, this expense less payment. You can see. And you can edit these things further. Like I've taught you earlier, I can format all these things. I can remove all these lines that we are seeing so that we don't have any. No, the grid line. Then you can adjust this one too. And format this. can do the same thing to this one too. Sorry, you can remove all these names. Don't need that. You don't need this one too. You can just name the sheet up there. But I don't even need all these zero, like, to be honest. Honest, like, you, I don't, yes, I don't really need it. What I just need, because what I need, I don't really need. What I need is just to show this. There are other ways, like, to show things that I don't necessarily need to use those meter, right? I can use something else. So all I want to do is, I know the meter, this is the amount, you know. These are the companies. So what I'm interested in is this company. So now if I go there, I can easily, then I can edit this one just to show the name of the company very well. Just to, okay, let me first increase, let me just give this a better font. Let me just play around with the font. What font do I like? Let me just use this font. So I can increase the size of this font to 14 or 15 with a different color, just to highlight the name. So these are the companies that we are dealing with. So even if you want to let the person know a little bit about the company, you can put the description of the company in the detail too. It goes into the tooltip. You just add it. Description, no. So I come down here, I add description. I just copy this. It says what the company does. So instead of name, I'll just change that to description. So it shows what the company does, right? So you can now do, like, for each of these companies, now you can now do like a profile for them. And that profile, you already have this profile there. You have what? You have the area where the company, where the industry, the if also you can put all these things here, but it's going to be too much, right? Because if you're going to do a dashboard, you want, so you can do, it has states. So you can select these ones and put them in the states. Like, let's say, for example, you create a map now. Just say, for example, maybe I have the map, right? And have the names. Uh, Okay. So this one we want to work in. So yeah, I won't do. Let me. This will not make. So before, what I was trying to do here is this. I'm trying to, but it won't make so much. Let me stop that. Okay. It won't make too much sense. But what I'm trying to say is this, right? I brought a list of companies that okay that want and they can buy within that range, right? And then I can now come and now bring out other things about the company. Of course, with this growth rate, there are some advanced stuff that I can do with it, with the growth rate also. Drawing, there are some advanced stuff that I can do with it, actually. But I can't. That's that would be too complex if I would kind of like explain that to you. But with this, you are you are this based off what I was trying to explain to you in this class. What you are trying to do is to get like the list of companies that that person can invest in and show it graphical, show it visually, and that's what I've tried to do here. Show it visually, right? And then you can move it to the dashboard. And someone was saying something that you don't know how to put all these containers and stuff. You have to just try. You have to keep trying. You have to keep trying. So this vertical, so you have to have an idea of what you want to do already. Maybe draw it somewhere. Maybe you kind of like draw it somewhere already. Or, draw it somewhere and then you now do it. Yeah, I have to put the sheet here now. Then you can start managing them. So let's assume that, okay, I want to now like give list of companies, maybe somewhere in another sheet now, but let me see. A list of companies and let me see at the growth, right? You can see something like that. Something like this. And so this is what I was saying, that there are some things that there are some additional stuff that you can do to this. So let's say I bring this into this mix here. Just saying something about the this stuff. Then maybe I have another sheet talking about, but in this I should be able to filter, like for example, let us say maybe the particular company that I'm talking about. Say maybe now I put name, I filter there. Now that company I'm talking about, I can filter that name. Maybe I would have gotten the names of those companies and filter it and put it in. There's a way that you can put it in, filter it and put it in. So you can have a filter. So you can say apply to all, right? Okay. Then we'll go back to this. So you have the filter, right? So the filter can, but what it does is the filter works for just this, but you can set the filter to work for everything. See, so the filter, you can set the filter to work for, and apply it to the worksheet. So apply it to everything. But what I'm trying to say in essence is my point is not to use filter or anything here. Just to show you like some additional. So then I can also have the name with what's the other thing that yeah. So then so I just this one just shows, like this one is just showing the growth rate of this stuff. It's just this one is showing what's it called? It's showing the employee, list of employee and stuff like that. The, the employees that are coming and things like that. So yeah, so what I'm trying to say in essence is this: you can do this for just you can do this for just these companies that are showing. So the way to do that is to use your filters. So let's say, for example, I already know the name. I already know the name of these companies, right? This icon, or right, or better still, let me see if I can. Let's see. Let's see. Let me try something.
Yeah.
Okay. So if let's say for this one, like this company, if it's just this one I want to include, I can just use them and do like just do like profile for them for this company so that they will know the companies that that they know about the company that they want to invest in. And that would be what would be the dashboard. And the way to go about that is filter. So if we have any questions so far, before I now give you my own assignment. Let's say, for example, like what I'm trying to say is, let's say, for example, is we know that, let's see. I can come in here. Where is name?
Income.
I'm just, I just want to apply those two, right? So yeah, so this is just giving me like what do you call it, of these two. So you might want to do like a profile for them, basically. So this is just, I just done just these two. I didn't even get it. It says Randla. So I don't, so you have to look for it. And then from there you look for them, do the profile for them and stuff, and then you can even further, like, you can do profile for them, and you can look at this just this company in terms of previous years. So there are so many things that you can do. So kind of like, okay, these companies are the one doing well in 2015, but let us see how they have done, how they have fared in 2013 and 2014. So like I said, you can look at this data in many ways, and it depends on what they ask you to do. Depends on what they're asking of you to do. Like, so then don't forget to name your sheets. Then there's maybe I can really show you something that is really cool. So I think you can also let me see. I think you can also draw drop lines. So yeah, so drop lines for, so anything, if you click on it, drop lines. So it's showing you, okay, this one. So let's assume that I had the my, what do you call it? How do I bring that back? Just hold on. I've shown you guys before in this class, how to bring back your. Sorry about the noise that's playing in the background. So I've forgotten your stuff. But anyways, this is for like, it gives you like so that this command helps you in the drop line. It helps you to identify it in relation to like your y and x axis. But now I've even eaten this one too. But that's what I'm trying to bring back. I can't remember just now how to bring it back. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you have any question? Guys. Guys.
I
Yeah,
don't
we are
have
here.
any from my end.
I have a question. I'm just wondering if the companies we have in this margin are quite a number, is it only through filter that we can get those names one by one?
Let's see. Let's see. Filter has a lot of commands, right? So let me show you something. It's good that you asked that question. Yeah. So you can edit the filter. So filter, you can do condition. So you can also give that condition. Do you get the condition that you gave it earlier?
Give the target, give
Yeah,
the
those kind of things. So you can do
target
conditions.
conditions.
Yeah, so you can give a condition, but yeah, you can give a condition. So filter allows you to do many things. In fact, you can do a wildcard. It allows so many things. So filter allows you to do so many things. There's not just that. I just use that one as something that is the fastest for me to do. But of course, I'm just saying that this one way to look at this data, it could be something else entirely. So you get. And color, the color also that I use in should yeah, so and then give it a title. Your title, your title don't necessarily have to be at the top. Like for example now, let me just show you something. I decided to put my title on the side because you have text, you can type in stuff. You can bring in images, maybe the image of your company.
By title, you mean the dashboard title or the chart title?
The dashboard title, or you can want to type something or story in the chat or something. Depends on how you want to do there's nothing that says your title must be at the top. So is there you have to be creative, you can also be creative. Like I've confused the people the more.
Okay.
I wanted to ask if, apart from this chart that you use, the shape that you use, can we use a different chart, maybe like line charts, bar charts? So,
for this kind of work?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry, you can't. Okay, say for example now, I'll show you now. Of course, for this kind of thing, you can. For this one that I've done here, just tell me that. For this one I've done here, of course, you can use a bar chart. Now I'll show you what I mean. So so this is a bar chart, right? This is showing growth rates, but it's not making sense. Like you see the long list. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So it's just long list. So this what you have here is profit. So it's the way you can play with this is with scatter plots or all this, there are some. Okay, let me show you something now. Just show you. I think I opened it on. I'm trying to see where it is opened. I thought I opened this thing at the beginning of this class. I saw something. Just permit me. Let me see. Let me look for something.
Don't look. Sleep. Learn what?
I can't find the stuff. I think I can't find the stuff just now, yeah. But I opened something just, okay, yeah, since, the X-rays are here. X-rays it here. Okay. So you can see all this like percentage and stuff like that. So there are ways that like you can do all these kind of things. So this is maybe like a use of these lines I was telling you about. So this is probably like average of the turnovers. Be like this is average. So you can see that line marking is telling you that that's the average. And things like that. So this is like, and I think I taught you like top products, top sales, top, you can look at all those things. So like for example now, in this one now, you can look at maybe top profit, top companies making profits, top, but like this is the only way you can combine these three together. And the reason why I did that is I taught you guys. So I taught you like three functions in this place. I taught you how to use set, I taught you how to use parameter. And what else did I teach you? I think those are, and I taught you bin. I taught you bin, right? How to use bin.
Yes, you did bin the last
Yeah, we need bin. So, and you see, okay, say for example now, see this year now. Let me see. Yeah. So you have like different years, and let me see. This is for, so you say like different company under different year, something like that, and count. So what is this one giving me now? This one is giving me the number of companies that fall under the different years. But it's showing this one as so continuous. So so in 2019, so the amount of companies. You see, there are so many things I've just played around with now. So what I did now is so that you will understand it very well. So now the year that this company was founded, you can see that it's in dimension. You can see it. It's green. So imagine I put it on column. No, sorry. Yeah, column. But it's on continuous because it's green. So I have to make it discrete. I have to make it like to see it as an entity. So you can see it's counting in 1 1. So it's now you see it as an entity. Like you see it as a dimension. Then I want to now use the company names. Now, of course, it's going to identify it with company name, but I'm not going to, I'm going to do the count. So I go to names, and now tell it change to measure. Give me the count distinct. So count the number of companies that fall under the year. So it has got to count them. So you can see. And then you can tell us, okay, you know the company that falls, like the amount of company that falls under that all the companies.
What is the difference between the count and the count difference?
So if sometimes you might have duplicate companies, you might have, there are some data that you duplicate, there might be duplicate because of a reason, maybe for one reason or the other there is duplicate. That's why you use the count listing.
So it means it will not count the duplicate, or it will count the duplicate.
If you count the distinct means that you count the duplicate as one.
All the duplicates will be counted as one.
Yeah. So it's count the duplicate, but I don't think there's duplicate name. Let me just to clear your mind, because the data, I think the data is clean. So you see, it did not change.
Okay.
So it really depends on what you are actually looking for, or what you get. So someone else can teach you with this data now, do something else entirely. It's what I'm seeing you that I'm showing you. No, sorry, what I'm seeing that I'm showing you. Or also, it could also be, not be founded there, it could be by industry.
Industry. Okay.
So there are so many things that you can get around. That is we. So do you guys want to do the 2014 and 2013?
We do 1 year, please.
You are people asking for assignment. I can give you one more again if you don't want this one.
Can we
If you
do
want to just
1 year?
Yeah, you can do 1 year. Someone is speaking. I don't know if she's speaking to us. So yeah, so you can do 1 year if you want to, and you can do more than one if you want to. It's up to you guys. I was Paradise I was asking. Or who was asking for assignment for tax?
I was the one that asked to.
Yeah, it makes sense that we have it.
It's
Specific
good
time.
we have a tax because we've just been doing something randomly.
Yeah, okay.
At least now we have something, we have a name to it.
Hey, the thing is, I could have given. So I was expecting when I was expecting because the people that I taught before, I used to like tell them, okay, today we are going to, so today we are going to look at this and this. Yes, but I was expecting you to develop your story yourself from what you are doing. You develop your story, and then you develop your, like, say for example now, in the Superstore data set I did, we did segments. So we did segment you did breakdown, something like what I was showing you in this with let me for that. So we did something like this, right? Technologies, office supply, and furniture. We did segments, we did categories, we did map, we did all those things. We did, so I'm expecting you to like do something like this, do like your own dashboard from it. But it's like nobody did it. Nobody did that.
We did though. We've been doing work, we've been doing things, we've been doing dashboards, but
Dashboard I saw the last time. So yeah, so that's what I that's what I was expecting. But yeah, because sometimes when we do it like this, when I do it, when I teach you like follow me step by step, it's like we can do it some people will be and some people will be. So this other one too, you can see this is like a Superstore data set, the same data set. That maybe just adjusted. Maybe this one is more recent. So we can see technology, furniture, office supply.
Is this a dashboard?
You sure what? This is a dashboard, yeah. But all these things is something that we have done now. So it's a combination of like, it's just someone bringing everything together as a dashboard. No, there are some little things that, of course, you see this all these shapes that this person has put there now. The person designed it and brought it in, and then like all these things are like advanced. So I can't like teach you, but just mere looking at it, you know that you can bring in map if you want to bring in map. This one that this person has done here is a different visual. This is a visualization. The person just puts it there. This is a different visualization. This one is a visualization. This one is a visualization. Is there. The person has just removed everything. This one you can see is map that is there. It's a visualization. The person just made it small. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, all this one too, all these shapes, all this line is a design. They are design. I told you can bring in picture, you can bring in design and things like that. Yeah, this one here is a visualization. This one here is one visualization. They just put it next to one another. If you look at it very well, you see that phone, this one is a visualization. This one here on this side is another visualization. They just put it next to one another. It's about understanding. This one is a visualization. You can see the visualization. If you go and check about it, this type of visualization, so it's a type of visualization, but this is advanced. You use a kind of formula to do it. You can see there's a dot. If you see that, no, you can see the dot. Yeah, so it's the type of visualization. So it's also like advanced. But you can learn all these things. Major things like know the basics. Then from there you can now start doing that. So yeah, so that's that as regards to that. So in case you, but they reach out to me next week, not this week. This week I'm very busy this week. They reach out to me next week and look at some things together.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. What else? What else? I think this is only we can do like okay. You guys should go and work on those things. Let me see. We can do like one more stuff. If you have any question, one more that one that we did, the one for the bank, we completed it now.
Yes, we did.
So you have that one project. You have the very first project. In fact, you have done like 4 projects or 5 projects. Yeah, I think what is happening is you're expecting to see something that is again.
No.
No, it's not that actually. What you said we should do is almost what we've been doing, but each this thing we move with the people in the agile team per sprint, and for each sprint we're expected to present something. So what we've done in the last 2 sprints, but to like practice what you taught us, and we all came up with dashboards and whatever visualization and analysis we wanted to individually. So I think what Ada was actually asking is a scenario where you can tell us like what to produce, not exactly what the dashboard should look like, but things to work with to come up with either a dashboard or a dashboard too.
Yeah, just like something he gave now is fine. At least there is a name to it. Okay, we are working on this. company
Let me
to
show.
produce their performance for the last 3 years or 2 years, something like that.
Okay, let me show us something. So yeah, I'll just show something. Uh, I don't know if I know. Hmm. So this is from the Superstore data set, right? So this is sales per product category, right? This is profit per product category. This profits and discount per product category. So this is moving average. I think I mentioned that should you guys moving average. This moving average for sales, for profit, and for quantity. Top product. It's just that I taught you different classes. Now, this is okay. This one, this is summary for regions. Top customer. This one is more of just teaching parameter. So this is something like what I was just showing you earlier, right? This is but with now with profit and sales, and I want to know like the product. So okay, so I set the parameter for the product, and then I use discount as the other meter, right? So what I've taught you now, okay, then this is what's that thing? Donut chart, and this is so I did a dashboard, something like this, just to so just to, just an executive summary of. Just an executive summary of of all the things that I've done, right? So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. So and I was just going to write in this place here, I was just going to write something about the company and stuff like that. So I thought use some of these things individually, like top customer, sorry, top product. I taught you this summary stuff. I've taught you like moving average. I've taught you this one today. I've taught you map. I've taught you everything. It's just now kind of like combining, creating a dashboard. Of course, I can't do this one in the class. I can't do this one in the class. I'll be teaching you one by one. I'll be teaching you step by step because it will not finish throughout the whole thing. So that's why I'm taking different data sets, just getting from. So if you look at data set and you tell me that maybe you come to class and you tell me that, oh, that you try that data, this is what you did, then I can give you like some feedback.
Oh, okay. So we can actually send the ones we did to you and you give us feedback.
Yes, now you can read that. You can read class. The last time that you showed me, did I give you feedback?
No, I've not showed you anyone. Maybe it's Paradise.
I know you guys showed me in last class. Now you showed me your dad, what you presented.
It's Paradise.
No, not just Paradise. When people, other people showed. I think it's by the team. So I saw a couple. Yeah, so a couple. So and I always say that you reach out to me. It's only Body that has reached out to me.
Okay, we'll reach out to you tomorrow.
Okay, I'm busy this week by God's grace. Reach out to me
Oh,
next week.
okay. Yeah, busy. Okay, reach
Yeah.
out to you next week.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Okay, just to confirm something. The last dashboard that you just showed us,
Yeah.
the ones that are in
Yeah, Superstore data set is nothing.
can you bring it up? Sorry. Not this one, the last one.
This one.
Yes, this one. This top product, top customers, they are all bar charts, right?
Yeah,
And you
that's
reduce the size.
yeah, all I just did was reduce the size.
Okay.
Yeah, just reduce the size. Because all these things, they're not going, nobody's really going to see what they really care about is, you know, yeah, they care about some things, yeah. But when you are doing dashboard, and when you want to, if you want to put a lot of things in it, so that's why you break the dashboard down into like bits. So, but this one, I'm just showing that I'm just trying to put everything in one. This is too much actually.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, guys. I'll stop sharing now.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Yeah, so we'll see on. So bring your questions. We'll see on on next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, we see next week. Wednesday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bayo.
Yeah. No problem.
Thank
Good
you
night.
so much, sir.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you
for
very
having
much.
me.